Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about a very powerful PD editing app that could do a lot more than edit PDFs, which you'll soon see here. Alright, so before I found this, I was trying out other things like, online PDF editors, and they're very limited. And of course you have to do things like upload your files to these sites that you don't know if you can trust them or not. And then of course we have things like, Adobe Acrobat, which is super expensive and a little bit overkill. So this is called PDNob. So this is a very affordable program and it does quite a bit. So you'll probably find that it could do everything you need. So some of the common problems with these lesser apps are things such as not being able to select text in your PDFs. When you convert these files, you get all these weird formatting breaks, and OCR tools do not do a good job of converting the text. All right, so PDNob actually works better. So it has a super fast OCR engine. It's very accurate and it keeps the formatting clean. And you can also do things like edit scan text, add comments, search keywords, and even export to Word and Excel and other Office files. And you can even create your own PDF files from scratch. So that's a super nice feature. And if you're not a Windows user, it's also available for Mac and iOS devices. And then some of the other nice features are multi-language OCR, batch processing. You can edit these PDFs without having to use the expensive Adobe Acrobat. And like I mentioned before, converting your PDF to other formats like Word and Excel. And then you have the options to highlight and annotate. So in this video, we're going to show you how this thing works. We're going to show you how to convert scanned PDFs into editable text, how to modify and clean up the content, and how to export these without messing up your layouts. All right, so let's begin by going to the website and show you that real quick, and then we'll download it and install it. All right, so if you go to the website, you have a nice, easy to find download button here, and you can kind of go through and see the features here, all the things you could do, merging and splitting, PDF viewing, text search and copying, create PDFs from any formats, preserve your formatting, create watermarks, password protection, encryption. And if you scroll down here, you have a bunch of other information. There's even a translate feature which you could add to it. Super lightweight, free trial, and down the line here. All right, then if you go to their purchase page here, you can see right now they're having a special $56 for a lifetime license or $45 for the one-year license. So obviously the lifetime license is the way to go. So of course that's going to be up to you which one you choose, and then you can see the difference between the two. All right, so let's go ahead and download it and install it real quick so we can see the installation process. Let's stick it on the desktop so we can find it. All right, let's go ahead and double click it. So the installation's super easy. You just have to make sure this box is checked for the privacy policy, click on install, and just wait for it to finish. And then while it's going through the installation, you can kind of read about some of the features here. And you'll find when it gets to 99%, it kind of takes a minute for it to get past it, so don't think it's stuck when you see this. And then, of course, you could hide this as well if you don't want to see it. All right, so it'll automatically open for you. And it also puts an icon on your desktop. And then you have the option here to set it as your default, which you should do if you're going to be using it, because obviously it's better than using Acrobat Reader. But I'm going to say no for now, just so I could show you how it looks using Acrobat and using PDNob. So I'll say no. Let me see if I could shrink this down a little bit here. Drag and drop my files here. All right, so when you first open it up, you'll have this intro page here. We could go through all the features if you want. And then you could just simply close it like this. All right, so you have your main start page here. And the first thing you want to do, even though you don't have to do this, but I recommend you log in and create an account here. That way you'll have your cloud access for your files. So this is different than using something like OneDrive or Dropbox because it's tied to this app, and it makes it really easy to store your files. And I believe you get 20 gigs with this version here. So I'm going to click on Login, and just enter your email address. Then I'm going to send a verification code here. And if you already created an account, you can just log in with the password, but I'm just going to show you how this works here. So I'm going to click on Send. All right, so now I'm going to go over to my email and grab the code real quick. Stick it in there. We'll log in. So if you want to provide some information here, you can do that. Otherwise, click on Not Now. All right, so now I have my recent files now that I've logged in. And if I go to Cloud, you can see my files and folders that I have there. And I can open them from here, add new ones, create folders, and the like. All right, so here on the main page here, you have the AI tools, do some conversion, OCR, batch tools. So let's start with the OCR here. All right, so I have the scan. Let me open the scan first to show you that it's just a scan. So as you can see here, this is not editable text. It's just scanned like you would do it on an actual scanner, so I can't actually do anything with it. So I need to convert it using the OCR, optical character recognition. All right, so I'm going to choose this here. All right, so you may have to download the OCR plugin, so that's easy to do. All right, so now we're ready, so we just click on Perform OCR. All right, so now we could scan to editable text. If you hover over the little question mark, it tells you what it's going to do. Convert the scanned text into editable content, or you can do it without edits. So we're going to do the option here. So you can do current page or all pages or custom, but this is just one page, so I'm going to leave it on current page. And you can choose the language here to help it translate it correctly. So we'll click on Perform OCR. All right, so you can see it opens it up in a new tab, and it adds underscore OCR to the file name. So here's the original, and here's the scan. And now you can see we could actually edit it from here. You see I could highlight the text, edit it if needed. You could add a text box, add images, add links, crop the page, watermarks. Let's check out the watermark real quick. So we could add one here. You could actually add an image file if you don't want to do text, like so. You could change the font, you could change the color, you could rotate it, change the transparency if you want. And then if you like it, just click on Save, or you could cancel it. Same with the background. If you want to add a background to your page, you could do that. Header and footer, and even Bates numbers. And then once you get it the way you like, you could just simply come up here and save it. All right, so while we're here, let's check out the other options up here. So you have your home section here, where you could highlight. You got the sticker feature here if you want to add some stickers. So we have all these different types. Edit all, if you want to do that. Then you have the add text option again, OCR. If you want to send it to Office, you could do that. So there's a couple ways to do that. You could do it from here. You could send it to Word, for example. So we need to save it first. Save it on our desktop here. All right, so we'll click, let's say, Word, for example. You have the options here: Word, Excel, PowerPoint, image files, EPUB, and then source directory. That means it'll save it to the same location. So in our case, the desktop. So I'll click Convert. All right. Then it'll open that folder automatically. So here it is. I could open it in Word. And it even saved my highlight. Then you could actually drag other files here or click on Add Files and then convert multiple files at once. And then if you want to remove something from the list, just click on the X here. Then you can see here we could convert it to an image and merge PDF. So this is nice too. So this is the first page of the document. So I have pages 3 and 4 right here. Now I want to convert them, so I have page 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. So I'm going to click on Merge. So here's my first page here, so I could just drag and drop this in here. Click on Merge. And now you can see I have all 4 pages together. Then all I need to do is save it, and I have my merged PDF. So let's save this real quick. So it actually adds merger to the end here, but of course you'll probably want to change the name so it makes more sense for you, but I'm just going to leave it as is for now for the sake of time. So now I have my merged file. All right, then up here we have a compress option. So if you want to compress files here to make them smaller, you could do that. So how well this works will depend on the PDF file you're trying to compress. Some will compress better than others. All right, then we have some screen tools here. You can take a screenshot or make a screen recording. All right, so let's continue up here. We have the comment tools here, hand mode, select, highlight, underline, squiggly line, stickers again, pencil, eraser, shapes. You want to add a signature, you could do that, like so. It's a nice feature. Add a note if you want. All right, then we have the edit menu here. So you can see how it kind of converts it to this format here for editing purposes. So you could add text, add images, links, crop page. So some of the stuff we've seen already, so I'm just kind of going through it again here real quick. The convert option we saw. And you could also get to convert from here as well under export. Another way to get to it. Then we have the batch convert option if you want to do them in bulk. All right, page options here. You can see all the pages. So you can see here we could rotate the pages, delete specific pages out of the document. Select pages, extract pages from here. So let's say you want to take page 2 out. You could extract it into its own PDF file. Crop, insert other pages, split them, replace them with other pages. Then we have the protect option here. So if you want to encrypt it, sign the document, mark for redaction. Form options. So if you want to create some forms, you could do that. Text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, combo boxes, and so on. Extract the data. Then we have some of the same tools we saw already. And you'll notice up here too, once again, you'll have similar options. So if you go to properties, for example, you can see the number of pages, the size, the author if it's available, security options here. All right, so now we're going to create a PDF from a Word document here. So we're going to click from file. So if you do blank PDF, you just get a blank PDF and then you could create your own, add text, add stickers, add checkboxes and the like. So that's nice to be able to create one from scratch. So we're going to create one here from a file. So we're going to do this Word document here. So you can see it imported it nicely. Then all we need to do is save it. It kept the same name as the Word document, same location. Click on Save. Now we have a PDF. And of course, another nice feature of the app is having all these tabs so you can toggle back and forth between your PDF files without having to have separate windows open down here at the bottom. Then you have some options up here too to get to your open documents, your user information for your account, feedback, some additional settings. Then you can print right from here as well. All right, then if you click on Save to Cloud, you could sync it to your cloud account, and you could choose a folder or create a new folder. So let's just say we're going to put it in the root here. All right, so now our merged file here is up in the cloud. We go home here to our cloud files. There it is. And you have the open and create options right from here as well. All right, so as you can see, it's a very powerful tool. There are tons of features, so it could pretty much do anything you need. And of course, if you want to make it your default, if you don't do it from the beginning, you could right-click any PDF file, go to Open With. You could pick it right from here, do it one time, but if you go choose another app, click PDNob, and then choose Always, and I can see it changes the association, so you won't be using Adobe Reader anymore, because obviously you're not going to want to once you have this installed. All right, so I will put a link in the description where you could download PDNob, and then you could try it out for yourself and see how it works for you. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.